welcome back to my channel. It's Susan here and you're welcome to a new YouTube video. Today we have a DIY. So I've had this lush hair extension in color 4 and I've been thinking of what I want to do to my hair, and I do not want to braid my hair. So we are going to be transforming this straight lush hair extension into a coily extension. So let's get into it. First off, I'm taking it out of the pack and I'm just going to loosen it completely. Then I went ahead to divide it into 2. That's 2 equal parts. So this is what it looks like, and I'm going to be using just one part. This is one part now. So I'm cutting this one part again into 2. Now I'm going to go ahead to pull the hair extension a little, just so that I don't have blunt ends, because I don't want blunt ends. I can't coil it with blunt ends, so I'm going to pull it a little or stretch it, depending on what you call it. Now this is where most of the work comes from, but you can relax by maybe watching a movie while doing this. But this was pretty fast for me actually. Now that I'm done, this is what the ends look like. You can see that it's no longer blunt. Even the other side is not blunt again. Now I'm just going to divide it just so that I can get it to be more even. Then I'll take a wide tooth comb and comb it out seriously. Like comb it out very well so that there's no knots. Any blunt ends that are there is going to straighten up immediately because it's already feathered. This is what I had like leftovers, and I am going to take my time to comb it through because I don't want to waste any of this extension. Now I'm going to comb it out to get rid of any knots that I can get rid of as much as possible. I want little to no waste from this. Now this is what we have now. I'm going to go ahead to take whatever is left in my comb again and repeat the process till I have at least very little waste, or there is nothing I can comb out from the hair extension again. Now I was able to get this in total from combing out those leftover, and this is what I have left. Now I am going to add grease for shine and sleep. I'm using the Soulmate hair cream, and I'm just going to rub it together and apply it on the hair extension generously. Then I went ahead to go in with a hairbrush to brush it again. This will help even everything out, allow it to spread the hair grease, if that makes sense, and any other knots that's in the hair is going to come off completely. But don't throw it away, you'll add it back and comb it because you don't want to waste your hair. I went ahead to just use a hair band or hair tie to secure it together while I do the other parts. I'm done with the other part and this is what I have. Now guys, for coiling this hair extension, I will be using my flexi rods. These flexi rods are not enough, but I tried my best to make do with it. I have 16 flexi rod here and that was what I used. So you just take a piece, a handful, depending on how thick you want the curls to be, put it in the middle of the flexi rod. Now note guys, you have to hold the other end very tight. If you're not holding it very tight, it's going to unravel after you finish tying this half section. I don't know if that makes sense, but you guys are going to see very soon what I meant by that. Now because I did not hold that end in the middle tight, the whole thing just unraveled and I had to start wrapping it around the flexi rod again. So next time if you are doing it, I'm going to show you how I did it better. Make sure you hold the middle tight while you are twisting and turning. Now that I'm done, this is what it looks like, but I'm going to show you a better view. Now for this one, make sure you hold that middle tight. Then as you are turning, you twist around and turn. So you are twisting the hair extension on its own before turning it on the flexi rods. This will help you get a more rounder and bouncier looking curls, if that makes sense. You don't want your curls to be flat, except you want the extension to be flat. Then you hold it flat and wrap it around the flexi rod. But if you want it round and bouncy, you have to twist and turn, twist and turn, twist and turn, and make sure you are holding the middle section, like the part where it's in the middle of the flexi rod. You are holding it tight so it does not unravel when you turn to the other side. So twist and turn, twist and turn. That's just it. And because you feathered the end of this hair extension, you're going to wrap it around completely. If the end is not feathered, you can see that this one is not really feathered. It did not go tightly. Guys, this is all my flexi rods wrapped with the hair extension. I had 16 flexi rods here. So I'm going to take my scissors and trim all the frizz, all the hair that is sticking out. Any hair that is sticking out, I'm going to take my time to trim it neatly. After we are done trimming it, I'm going to go ahead to dip it in hot water. Now we're in my bathroom and I'm going to add hot water to my sink. Make sure this water is boiling hot water. Then I went ahead to dip the flexi rods into it, and as I dipped it, some of them were already loosened, which is very sad, but it's because probably that one is not tight. I added some conditioner and I added this weave-on oil. It's also a kind of conditioner, but it's to give it shine, extra shine too. Then I went ahead to use my white tooth comb and dip it in hot water. Like, make sure that each of the strand gets into the hot water very well, very well. This is what they look like. I brought them out of the hot water and just put them in a towel. I will use this towel to dab it to get out excess water. Then I came here to lay it on a flat surface so that it can dry properly. So I decided to separate them, the ones that were already unraveling from the ones that were still perfectly fine, before going ahead to remove them from the flexi rods. This came out very easily because it had already unraveled in the hot water. It was no longer tight like the rest, and it affected the coil pattern. So the coils were slightly loose, like, and wider, if you can see it. It's not really close together, it's kind of wide. This green one is the one that I was like, what happened? How did you lose? this is what they look like. They look wider in coils than what the good ones will look like. I separated them so you guys can notice the difference. So make sure when you are doing yours, you are making sure that you're wrapping it around the flexi rod very tightly, very, very tight. And when you are taking it out too, please take your time. Take your time to like go in the opposite direction to get it out of the flexi rod. So you can see that these curls are not as loose as this first three I just showed you guys. This one is tight, it's bouncy, they are close together. It looks like telephone wire, like the telephone wire we know of those days. I went ahead to increase the exposure of the video so you guys can see clearly. But you can see that these curls are like very tight. They are not as loose as this first one. But I'm still going to use them anyways. What I want to use them for, it won't be noticeable. But you can see how beautiful that one is. Then look at this one. This one too had K-leg. Guys, here I was trying to arrange them in height, but because they are very like springy and depending on how you wrap them around the flexi rod, they are not going to be in the same height. So I was doing in ascending order or descending order. But these are the ones that are very good and these are the ones that are not so good. So I'm going to go ahead and put them directly under the sun so that they can dry properly, like properly. At this point they were still damp. Guys, this is what they look like completely dried. Now I'm going to move them outside because I went ahead to do the other half of the braiding hair, and this one came out really nice. Like even when my mom saw it, she was like, this is pretty. The coils are intact, the coils are bouncy and very close together. So guys, I went ahead to pack it nicely. This is the first one, the one that the curls did not come out really nice. This is what it looks like. I'm still going to use it either ways. Now this is what the beautiful one looks like, the one that was intact. So stay tuned for the next video to see what I use this to create. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.